sector is clear.
Give us everything we got! All wings.
Okay. So, I'm back here doing this again. Fun. Alright. So what this is I suppose it's for people who want to play in Dungeons and Dragons world. And it's basically a composite of different aspects of the world, different stories from it, I suppose, as well. Pretty soon, hopefully, I'll have the ability, I'll have the information to give like a recap of what's happened so far in the world. So there is, right now, there is 4, I think, active campaigns that they all operate in the same world. Hold on. 4 active campaigns, and then 1 campaign in preparation. The 4 active campaigns, actually there's 2 in preparation, 3 active. The 3 active campaigns is Oblivion Rising, Dungeon Delvers Adventuring Academy, because I'm basic and I wanted to do something like that, and the Opera Heist, which will be having a name change when their Season 2 begins. So the 2 in preparation is Blood and Bounty and Call of War. When the recaps begin of Phase 1 of the world, then I will explain the different campaigns, and then I'll talk about what happened in them. So as I said, well, I said Phase 1. Phase 1 is currently in progress. Phase 1 has most of the campaigns begin in Phase 1. And in Phase 1, there is 4 campaigns begin in Phase 1. Wait. I'm not reading my own stuff, right? I think that's all 5 that are currently... Yeah. That's all 5. Okay. So all 5 campaigns begin in Phase 1, and then I believe 2 or 3 campaigns begin in Phase 2, and 1 or 2 campaigns begin in Phase 3. And Phase 4 is the final big battle, final big bad evil guy. And then Phase 4 is that, and then the aftermath. And then I suppose that's it for, I guess you'd call it like that book. I don't know, man. I'm making the story, alright? And alright, cool. So that's that. Now, basically what I'm going to do with this series is explain aspects of the world, explain what's going on in the world, and hopefully be able to clarify some things for the players if they actually end up watching any of this. Now, I believe where I should start is the whole overarching premise. That being every every dream that you've had, you created a miniature world. So every dream, every nightmare that you've had is of itself a miniature world, or you're seeing into a different universe. That's not something I explicitly believe, but that's just kind of the premise for this. So that's how it works for us, and then we ourselves would also be a dream of somebody else, who are known as dreamers, who are constantly in this sort of dreaming state. And then above that, so the dreamers have they dream of the multiverse, and then our dreams, we sometimes see different parts of the multiverse, or we create a multiverse temporarily of our own. And then above the dreamers is the omniweb, which is just like just everything. It's an infinite amount of infinite worlds. And then the, I guess, dreamer of this is called, I forget what I called it, and I didn't write it down. I have none of this stuff written down. This is the first documentation of any of these thoughts. Almost any of these thoughts, anyway. So thoughts, words in English. Where do I want to go from here? There's the omniweb, and then within that there's the multiverse. Now, sometimes multiverses die when their dreamer dies, the multiverse dies. The way a dreamer dies is a build-up and release of what I have called calamity energy, which is basically like if a conflict is too great within a universe, it can build calamity energy, and eventually that is overpowered and destroys and kills a dreamer, which destroys a multiverse. And sometimes you may be lucky enough to be pulled out of a dying multiverse at the last second, and then you become a being of pure soul. So you can no longer die, almost no matter what. There is only one thing that can kill. There's only one thing that can kill a being of pure soul, which is the ethereal scythe, which is a green spectral scythe that just destroys souls, and there's only one in the entire omniweb. And eventually these people who are pulled out of these dying multiverses, they grouped together to protect the different multiverses. Now, some of them preferred to cause chaos and destruction, which eventually they formed all of these people, not just the ones who wanted to cause chaos and destruction. They formed the Soul Soldiers, and eventually some grew powerful, more powerful than others, and they were known as the Immorti Soldat, which is a combination of German and Latin. You can look it up if you want to. So eventually some broke away from the Soul Soldiers and started generating calamity energy. And then a big ol' war happened, destroyed several multiverses in not a lot of time. So eventually, well, I basically stole this concept from Warhammer. It has become known as the Omni Heresy because I stole it from Warhammer, which has the Horus Heresy. I kind of thought of this mostly before I knew about Warhammer, but whatever. There were hundreds of thousands of Soul Soldiers and about 20... Wait, I didn't even realize the connection between the Primarchs and the Immortis Soldat. I didn't even realize. There's 20 Primarchs and there's 20 of them. Now there's only 5 Immortis Soldat. And then there's one remaining heretical one. So there's 6 total. The heretical one is named Zeus, Xias, and he is currently he lost the ethereal scythe, or the spectral scythe, during the Omni Heresy, and when he did, that's when he was defeated. He was defeated in single combat by Doknar Dragonspine. And they are both now. Doknar Dragonspine is trying to save the universe that Zeus is currently trying to destroy. Right now, I'm approaching the end of the video, so I suppose that's about it. So I guess that was good timing.